Hey guys, before we get into the video, I just wanted to let you guys know that Father's Day period is usually the time where golf industry puts out the most aggressive promotions all year round. And I just wanted to let you guys know that anything that you usually see here on our YouTube channel, you can find them in yesgolfshop.com. Especially until June 15th, you're gonna see a lot of promotional stuff on our website. You can get CBX4 zip core wedges like this for $119.99 for steel shafts, or you can buy 2 dozen of Srixon golf balls and get 1 dozen for free. And these ship anywhere all around the world, so we would love for you to take advantage of one of the most aggressive promotions in golf industry. Now let's tune in to today's episode. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of our Yes Golf review. Thanks for tuning in. We're in the middle of a series of the Mid-Handicapper Showdown. So we just did a video of the TaylorMade versus Callaway. It had an interesting result. So if you haven't seen that, go ahead and watch that after this video, because what we're doing, we're testing each of the brands, kind of the Mid-Handicapper models, in the same condition, like the same shaft and the same golf ball, to give you which one is better in the distance category and directional bias, forgiveness, feedback, shape, sound, everything. So if you haven't watched that one as well, but in this video we're gonna do Ping i530 versus the Srixon ZXi5. Probably two most underrated irons in this category, right?
Very underrated, but then also I think, especially when I'm doing fitting, I do recommend these a lot.
Yes. And also underrated, but getting momentum. Gaining momentum in both the tour and also in amateur levels. So we're gonna test that in the same thing. So we'll start with the Ping i530.
All right, let's get it.
Okay. Ooh, nice little straight shot there.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
Okay, how did that feel?
So this is a different feel.
In what way?
From the TaylorMades and the Callaways, this is a different feel. It felt like the face was a lot thinner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a big thud, or it's not like it almost felt like it was hollow. Just for the fact that the face, the reaction to the face, it felt like it was a lot thinner.
Okay.
It felt like it was hitting like a can.
Okay.
Versus like a thick panelless steel. Yeah, it was more closer to like the thinness of a can.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Let's hit one more. Wow. Those two are really straight, Jay.
They're very nice.
Jay, so right before the video, you mentioned that you don't have a lot of experience with the Ping irons.
Yes.
Drivers, woods, and hybrids, everybody knows that Ping makes great. But irons are not relatively as well known. And yet Ping has, I think, like 7 models of irons.
Yeah, so they're great. I mean, they do have a lot of models. And what I think that Ping does great is that they cater for a wider audience. But for me, for the better players, I'm not saying that I'm a better player, but for me personally, like I like playing blades, like more cleaner style. And Ping has always been the head of cast irons. So they really, really haven't made a lot of forged irons. If you can probably count them in one hand of the offerings that they've had historically. They're always cast irons, and they do that because they know how to, it's easier for them to bend and cater to a lot of different physical types of golfers, right? So they have their dot system, and so they have one model and that they can bend it so they can adjust it to you. So that was kind of where they were going with their irons. And so me personally trying to find something that's soft feeling, like the Ping just never catered for me. So I was never really interested in Ping irons personally.
And I think that's a good point, because a lot of people probably, because of that reason, kind of overlooked this category of irons. And yet you just mentioned that this feels probably a little thinner. Would you say it feels a little bit better than traditionally the cast irons?
Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel like a cast iron anymore. It's still not completely like a forged iron, but it definitely feels a lot better.
Great start. So let's go to the Srixon.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that reaction?
It just feels good. It just feels good. It just feels good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, the sound, the feel, it's the best so far. Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the mid-handicappers, it's the best so far. It's
Okay.
closer to just a forged iron. Yeah, it's just good.
Speechless.
Yeah.
But
It's just good, yeah.
It's great because right before we hit that shot,
Mm-hmm.
you were like, oh man, it's gonna be so hard to top.
The ping,
The
right?
ping.
Yeah. Nice strikes. Yeah. It's gonna be hard to top that. Yeah.
Just based on the result.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is probably just as good. I mean, we just hit that one shot, but a little left, but just as far. I would say a little louder. It had more oomph to it than
Definitely more oomph,
the
yeah.
Ping i530. So. Let's hit one more.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, this is gonna be a good
This is gonna
test.
be
Really good test.
yeah.
Where do you feel like you hit that on the face?
That was maybe just a tad on the heel. Oh.
Just a little low?
Low. It was
Just a little low.
Yeah.
But both are really good. And then, so look-wise, let's take a look. Do you feel any difference at address?
Yeah. So definitely at address,
Mm-hmm.
there is a factor that really pops out is that the grooves on the Ping are so much more tighter.
Right.
So there's a lot more grooves on the Ping face compared to the ZXi.
Yeah, that's probably something that Ping has been doing since 5 years ago. They called it, I think, the Micro Max Milled groove, where it's a little tighter. Again, so spin is your friend when it comes, especially with irons and wedges.
Right.
So that could produce a little bit more spin. How about the blade length? Because for me, what's really noticeable about the Ping i530 is that blade length is a little bit longer,
yeah,
right? Toe to heel.
Yes.
So what I've seen from fitting is that it's just a little bit more friendly to shots that are hit toe or heel.
Yeah.
Just because it's a little bit longer.
I could see that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's go back to the Ping i530.
Yeah.
That seems like was it a little chunky or?
No, it wasn't chunky at all.
Okay.
I just left the face a little open.
Face a little open. Okay, it goes far.
Yeah.
Right?
It felt like I was just trying to hit a fade, if
Okay.
anything. Yeah.
Let's hit one more.
Yeah.
Good shot there.
Yep.
Man, distance-wise, this is killing it. What do you think?
It's powerful.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Like that feedback that I got of like the face is thin.
Yeah.
It definitely translates into ball speed or some sort of power that you feel like it's a rebounding effect that you can almost feel. Yeah.
So if you take a look at this map, you see an outlier here. People call it that inconsistent, but I would probably attribute more to the green, where we set the green, because if we had set it at 170,
then it would have
the
hit
ball,
the green.
it would hit the green and kind of stay a little closer together. So don't look at that as to see, oh, there's inconsistency in distance.
Yeah.
Rather, I would say that just went really far. From an 80-mile club head speed, we're producing 1.45 smash factor, which means it's being more efficient. It's producing more ball speed with that type of speed. So go ahead and hit one more, and we'll go back to the Srixon.
All right.
Ooh. Yeah, definitely. I feel I know what you're talking about is when you say it feels a little thinner.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like a higher pitch, but in a different way. Yeah.
Almost like you have a paper in hand, and I'm like punching through the paper, and the paper pops kind of
right?
thing.
Yeah.
So that's really interesting. So I see, 4 shots right of center, and one that was maybe pulled a little left, but distance-wise, compared to the last video that we had, they're really going far. So
Yeah.
we'll go to the Srixon.
Yep.
Definitely more muted.
Yeah.
Definitely more muted.
More muted.
Man, you're hitting this good, Jay.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen our the video of the one that we did full review on the ZXi5, it seemed we had a lot of good things to say about the ZXi5.
Yeah.
Do you feel like as though, I know the big thing about the Srixon irons is their V sole, the VT sole.
Yes.
I know we're on a mat here, but do you feel any difference there?
So it really is hard to feel, but yes, if anything, I do notice that it does glide better.
Glide better.
Yeah, it just does. I mean, people can say that, it's definitely better off the grass.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with that, but
Yeah.
even on the mat, I can feel like it's not as digging, or maybe it could help me just get away with just a little bit of a fatter shot.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Hit one more and I have something interesting to say.
Okay.
Okay, this one sounded like the one that I asked you if you hit a little fat.
Yeah,
with
this
the
one
ping.
was definitely a little fat.
A little
Yeah,
fat.
the
But,
thing
I
was,
mean, very straight.
yeah, and I think this was exactly what I had in mind, because it was a little fat, but I think I got away with it just a little bit better than other clubs, where if the leading edge would just dig and you'd really notice it. Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that I want to kind of point out with these two is that if you look here, the Ping i530 has it starts out very thin in the heel and it goes really bulky on the toe.
Towards the toe, yeah.
Whereas the Srixon is kind of a little more rounder.
It's rounded, yeah. More meat on the middle, maybe just towards the toe, but generally, yeah.
Exactly. So what I've seen from that, I don't know, I mean, it's a very minimal difference, but I like to think that when your toe is a little bit more digging, Ping i530 has a little bit more effect just because of that. If you haven't gotten fitted and then your toe is a little digging at impact, this one has the tendency to just twist just a little bit more.
A little bit more.
That opens up the face. That's kind of like my experience with these. Another thing interesting is the Srixon ZXi5 irons are more friendly to combo with the ZXi7 or even the ZXi4.
Yeah.
Right? So a lot of tour pros combo these irons.
Right.
And even the amateurs, again, you can combo with the ZXi4 and the 5. But the Ping i530, the one model higher than this would be the i230, and they look completely different.
Yeah.
So
Ping doesn't really do the combo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're in that, because this, again, we're framing this video to think that you are buying your second set. Like you've gone through your first set, and probably this is not going to be your last set, but also but you may be purchasing with the mind that you're going to continue to improve.
Right.
So ZXi7 and 5 would be a good combo, whereas this one I feel like you just got to go with the whole set.
Yeah.
So
not
that's
really much of an option.
Exactly. Let's look at the data.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a big one right here.
Yeah,
very interesting because we're going to take a look at the club data first. And you were swinging at 81.5, 81.7, so basically identical there. But a big thing to note is the efficiency or the smash factor.
Yeah.
So Ping was producing a little bit more efficiency, 1.4. So with the same club head speed, on average, it had 5 more yards of carry. So if you're looking for distance and you are in between these two irons, I'll probably go with the Ping i530.
You know what? I do want to chime in just because
Yes,
I was
because you're the one who hit it.
Yeah, I was thinking about what the Ping, like what is that feeling?
Yeah.
What I do kind of think is that it's closer to a hybrid.
Okay.
So when I hit a hybrid, like I feel like that tingy bounce, maybe that's what I was feeling.
Got
like
it.
it was like almost similar to an hybrid. And also the fact that the grooves, the distance between the grooves are so short.
Yeah.
It makes the face not look like an iron face, but it actually looks like almost like a wood or hybrid face.
Got it.
And like that overall experience just makes me feel like I'm hitting maybe like a driving iron or some sort of hybrid that's not your traditional iron. Yeah,
that's a good point because I mean Ping is very well known for their driver woods and hybrids. So maybe they want to translate that into irons.
Yeah, maybe it could be. But
yeah, and that could be the reason why it was going 5 yards further.
Yeah.
But distance is not everything
it's
to
not,
irons,
no, yeah.
especially on irons. And you can see that dispersion. And Srixon ZXi was just really, really tight.
Yeah.
Very, very straight. I don't think out of the 5 shots, like you've not missed anything.
No, that was pretty decent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So again, if you're looking at consistency, dispersion, I think Srixon has it here. So feel-wise, what would you say was a better, or what a better player would prefer?
So yeah, definitely the ZXi5 was softer. It was softer feeling in the hands. It just gives you that little bit of more of a forged experience.
Got it.
But I can't say the ping was bad. I mean, it was not bad at all. It was a very really refreshing feeling.
Yeah.
Compared to all the other ones that we've been hitting.
Yeah.
It's definitely a different feeling. It stands out. And if you enjoy that type of feeling, then I mean, this might be for you.
Directional bias wise, we saw 4 shots with the Ping i530 going a little right and 1 that was a little bit pulled. So I would say Ping i530 has a little bit more right bias, and Srixon ZXi5 had a straight bias. Just so straight.
Yeah.
So I would take it at that.
Yeah.
So comment below what you think is a better iron here, so that if you have experience of hitting these irons at your local golf shop, or maybe if you haven't, chime in so that people can make a better informed decision about this. But subscribe, because we have another big versus video coming up.
Yep.
It's going to be the Titleist T200 versus the Mizuno JPX 925 Forged. And at the end of it all, we're going to compare the data of all 6 irons. So subscribe, and we'll see you on our next video. Bye.
Yep, see you.